Righto, we need some shopping done for home. It's time to pay up.
How much this time, Benny boy?
Well, three-way split. I reckon $50 should cover it.
3 ways.
$50 coming right up.
Joe, no, it's okay. Stay down.
Yeah, of course there is. I'm not a freeloader. Yeah, can I make a request?
Shoot.
Whole meal, not white bread. Yeah, actually, multigrain, low salt, protein enriched, if you can get it.
I'll see what they got.
And no fat soy milk.
Well, what do you want that stuff for?
It's healthy.
Oh, it's unnatural.
All right, look, I'll get the soy milk, and while I'm at it, I'll get the body scrub, sorbeline, and facial cleansers too.
So you're going to get all that stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
In which case, it's all right if I just give you 40.
Why is that?
Well, if I'm going to get all that out of my own pocket.
Yeah, but we don't use the body scrub or the facial cleanser.
I know, that's why I'm getting it.
Well, if you're using it,
Where
why
is
should we
this?
have to pay for it?
Look,
We're gonna get
make
this.
it 35, I'll get the shampoo and conditioner
we'll
as well.
have someone out there
Mate,
straight
I'll put
away.
the rest of it in your pocket before she thinks of something else.
We've got a call out. Someone's nicked a statue from the Green Thumb Garden Centre.
All right, onto it.
I'll handle it, Jones.
I don't think it's a CI matter,
Depends on the
BJ.
statue, doesn't it?
I suppose.
Joss?
Yeah.
You going to stay at my place then?
Why not? Your place is great.
Yeah, sure, but... Well, you know, things are a bit different now and...
What happened, happened, okay? We're both adults, aren't we? I mean, what's the problem?
Oh, no, there's no problem, but... You ever feel that you need to...
Look, I'm fine with things just the way they are. Really.
Okay. Good. That's good.
Yeah, but you will let me know if there is a problem,
Of
won't
course.
you?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
It was the Venus de Milo.
Sorry?
Nude and no arms. You know.
Oh, that Venus de Milo, right. Yeah, and how big was she?
Maxine, was it the 1200 Venus or the 600?
It was the big one, 1200.
Maxine. Maxine West.
Detective Hasham?
Maxine works here.
I thought you...
I'm on work release from the prison farm.
Been on your best behaviour, have you, Maxie?
Yeah.
I've had no problems.
Good to hear.
This statue thing, have you got a picture of it?
Oh, there should be one in the catalogue. Just a minute.
What's the story with her?
Threw away a couple of years ago on a drug trafficking charge. She ended up on a prison farm near Widgery.
Well, looks like she's reformed herself.
There you go.
$600.
Oh, it's top of the range.
What's it made of?
Concrete.
It'd be pretty strong to lift it.
Oh, it's definitely a man's job.
Seen any suspicious-looking blokes wandering around this morning?
It's a garden centre. Everybody wanders around, especially the men.
But there was someone in particular.
Stocky bloke, talking to Maxine.
What, did she say who he was?
Well, I didn't want to ask, but it seemed to me she wasn't pleased to see him.
Right, so when did you notice that the statue was missing?
About 11,
And when did Maxie's friend leave?
right before I noticed the statue was gone. Excuse me.
Have I ever told you about leopards and their spots?
Did you have to drag me in here?
We just need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you're taking me away from my work.
You were talking to a man earlier this morning.
Yeah, I talk to lots of men and women. It goes with the job.
This man was stocky build, late 30s. You appeared to be arguing with him.
He was asking stupid questions.
What about?
Drip irrigation.
So you got angry with him?
Yeah, you know, he was thick, wouldn't listen. Can I go now?
You didn't see him take the statue, did you?
No, I would have said.
Maxie, this is all a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
What?
Well, a known crim like you starts working at the garden centre. Next minute, a $600 statue goes missing.
Well, I didn't take it.
Who was he, Maxie?
Detective Hasham, I've kept squeaky clean in jail, and I'm trying to put the past behind me. Just sign here, thanks, Maxine. Thanks a lot. Barbara at the garden centre trusted me, and now she'll think I'm dodging.
That's your problem, Maxine.
That was harsh.
Peach, we might have got our Renaissance man. Friend of Barbara's just saw the statue in the back of a ute.
All right, description of the driver?
Stocky guy, short hair.
Sounds like Maxie's friend.
Yeah, he was last seen heading down Hartley Street.
When?
About 10 minutes ago.
Well, if we hurry, Joe, we might get to meet him.
Don't you think she deserves the benefit of the doubt?
She's a druggie.
Was a druggie. Maybe she's genuine about trying to make a new life for herself.
Oh, so Maxine's a Renaissance woman.
You know what I mean. It takes a lot of grit to put your past behind you. Not everyone can do that.
Good intentions from behind bars don't count, Joe. Ah, looks like our travelling art show.
Is there a problem? Oh, I paid for that. It's going to look grouse when I fix it up.
And how are you going to do that?
I'm going to whack the arms back on it. That's why it was so cheap.
If I could just see a receipt, Mr. Gillespie.
Call me Zach. Let's have a look. Should be in here somewhere.
Can you describe the person who sold it to you?
Oh, just some woman at the garden centre.
Well, you didn't know her?
No, why should I?
You seen arguing with her?
Oh, yeah, but she was stupid. She didn't know what she was doing. I mean, I'll tell you now, I reckon she's forgotten to give me bloody receipt.
Are you sure that you didn't cook up this theft together?
No way. No, all I did was I got the statue I wanted, I paid for it, and I chucked it in the back of the ute.
PJ, you got a minute?
Sure.
He's got priors.
What for?
Robbery, armed robbery, theft, and drug trafficking.
Versatile.
And he's currently on parole.
But the really interesting bit is down here. Current associates include an Errol Toes Latham and his ex-de facto, Maxine West.
Ah, you know, I thought there was something familiar about her. Maxine.
Why were you meeting her?
Oh, wasn't? No. It's true what they say about prison, though, isn't it?
What's that?
Well, that it can change you, you know, and sometimes not always for the better.
So why were you at the garden centre?
I was just looking for a statue for me garden.
Well, you were seen arguing with Maxine.
You know, I was just hassling for a discount.
Oh. So what brings you to Mount Thomas?
Well, they didn't have what I was looking for at St David's.
When did you actually find out that she was on work release?
Oh, is that why she was there? Ah. Well, look, there's obviously been some sort of mix-up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the statue straight back and sort it all out.
It's a bit late for that. You're going to be charged with theft.
Oh, all right then. Well, can we get on with it? Because I've got things to do.
And since you're on parole, we're going to put you in front of a bail justice. He can decide whether you get bail or not.
All right, I lied. Because if I told you it was Zach I was arguing with, it would have meant the end of my work release.
Well, we found it anyway.
Yeah, well, I wasn't to know the idiot was going to nick the statue.
What were you two arguing about?
He wanted money. Reckoned as I had a job, I could give him something.
How much did you get paid?
Well, see, that's the joke. I don't. So Zach gets this bright idea that I can prune a bit of cash from the tip.
All right, just cut it now, okay? Now, Maxine, what are you two planning?
Nothing.
Don't give me that.
I hadn't seen Zach for 2 years before he walked into the garden centre.
Who did you have to con to get work release, Maxine?
No one. They were willing to give me a go. You wouldn't do anything to bugger it up, would you?
Oh, you worried we might stuff up any scheme you got planned with your de facto?
My ex, and I don't have anything going with him.
And it wouldn't bother you if I cancelled your work release then, eh?
You bastard.
So you've done it then?
Well, I passed on the info. The governor can make up his own mind about work release.
The woman's been a model prisoner.
Model prisoners don't consort with known criminals, Jack.
It's not her fault if her ex pays her a visit.
So whose fault is it then?
Well, his, of course.
Why did she lie to us?
She didn't have a choice.
Of course she did.
Well, you would have got further with a softer approach.
No, it would have been a waste of time.
Well, yelling at her didn't get you anywhere, did it?
I wasn't yelling.
Yes, you were, and you're doing it again.
She's hiding something.
Well, threatening her is not the way to find out what.
Now who's yelling?
Everything all right?
Just having Jo living with us and then having to deal with her at work, you know. We have a word with her.
Me? What about?
Living arrangements, it's not working out.
Why should I? It's your place. You tell her.
Well, it would be a bit different coming from me.
You and Joe?
It just happened.
You mean you two have been... I didn't even notice.
Well, we're not going to advertise, are we? Huh? It's over now. And I think it's best...
If Joe moves on. Yes, I understand completely. Okay, you leave it to me.
You think, mate, and
Okay.
don't upset her.
We've got a call out to the Widgery Roadhouse. Some kid's trying to use a stolen credit card. Ben, Joe?
I'm a bit stretched, Sarge. Jonesy's taken Zach Gillespie down to St David's, so...
I'll handle it.
Thanks, PJ.
So I checked the card against the list of numbers we're given and it was there.
Does he know you're suspicious?
I don't think so. I gave him the card back and quietly rang you.
Where is he now?
In the restaurant, filling his face. I thought that'd take him at least 15 minutes.
Nice tackle.
Thanks.
Like a chat with you. And your name is?
Jason what?
Well, that's not what it says on the credit card.
It's a mate's card. He lent it to me.
Must be a good mate.
Yeah, he is. We share this flat.
What about Meredith Jamison?
Huh?
She owns the car you were driving. It's been reported stolen.
She's a friend. I borrowed it.
Well, evidently she didn't get the message.
Well, I'll give her a call.
Weren't you supposed to give her a call before you borrow a car?
Probably.
Anyone we can contact, Jason? Might be able to provide us with proof of your identity.
Not that I can think of.
Jason, this is a serious matter. You're looking at charges of unlawful possession of a credit card, theft by deception and theft of a motor vehicle.
Bail was sorted, Sarge. Mr. Gillespie can be signed out.
You satisfied with the treatment you've received here today, Mr. Gillespie?
Been a pleasure doing business with you.
It's on you.
Hey! What are you doing here, you little dog bastard?
Zach.
What, you two know each other?
Yeah, too bloody well.
Not what you think, Zach.
Should have dumped you at birth.
It's cool, Zach.
Yeah, I thought you was family.
What the hell is going on here?
This slimy little punk's my stepson.
We didn't tell us you were so well connected, Jason.
Jason? Ha! That's a good one. Try Ethan for size. Ethan West.
Well, it's quite a family reunion, isn't it? Ethan, son of Maxine West, and Zach Gillespie, her de facto partner.
Ex-partner, according to Maxine.
I think the relationship is in the present tense, Joe.
Ethan has his own entry in Leap.
No, this is a surprise.
There are charges pending for an armed robbery in St David's.
Of a commercial bank, of course.
His partner in the stick-up was Errol Latham, a.k.a. Toes.
Do you want to know how he got that nickname?
Well, Toes made off with the money, which is yet to have been recovered.
Yeah, but why is Ethan in the bad books with his stepfather, Zach?
Because he agreed to give evidence against Toes in return for indemnity from prosecution.
Well, that'd do it.
Yeah, no wonder he called the boy a dog.
So Zach pays Maxine a visit at the same time Ethan comes into town. How do we explain that?
But he's looking for the honeypot?
In this case, a large amount of cash.
So much for sweet, innocent Maxine. So, Ethan, what brings you to Mount Thomas?
Thought I'd visit my mum.
Ah, visit her often, do you?
About time I did the right thing.
Well, according to our information, you've agreed to give evidence against Toes Latham.
Well, that's what I said.
Is that still your intention?
Thinking about it.
You've been offered indemnity.
It's not a done deal.
Oh, you think it's an option?
I could always do me time.
Really? Why would you do that?
Toes was a mate.
A mate? What, a mate that you're going to double-cross?
No way.
Ethan, I reckon you're planning to find the money Toes stashed away.
Dream on.
Take off into the wide blue yonder.
Well, what makes you think I know where he hid it?
Over $250,000 went missing.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Be worth looking for, wouldn't it?
Toes Latham's a very dangerous man.
Even more so if he took his money.
Well, what makes you think I'm going to do that?
Do you really want him on the loose, gunning for you?
Well, I'm not worried.
I would be.
Be a lot safer to put him behind bars, don't you think?
And your evidence will keep him there a long time.
Maybe.
I'm not up to anything. I haven't even seen Ethan.
Oh, it's funny. He said he was in town to see you.
News to me.
Zach didn't tell you he was here?
No.
Wasn't that what you were arguing about?
No.
This work release thing, it's part of the plan, isn't it?
There's no plan.
You're after the money from the bank holder.
What bank holder?
The one Ethan and Toes did.
No.
Look, Ethan needs some good advice right now.
Yeah, well, I can't help him. I haven't seen him.
Do you want to see him?
Well, yeah, of course. He's my son. God, he's still only a teenager. Yeah, he's a boy.
And he's got himself into some heavy trouble.
I tried to keep him away from Zach. That's why I started dealing, so I can have some money to get away.
With Ethan?
Yeah. Take him to Perth, Broome, anywhere, as far away as possible.
Didn't work out, I take it.
Well, got caught, didn't I? Zach took Ethan under his wing and there was nothing I could do about it.
So why is Zach in town?
Ethan slipped away. Zach guessed he was after the money. It's around here somewhere.
And if he finds it?
Toes will kill him.
Ethan could put Toes away for a really long time if he gives evidence.
Where is he now?
Ethan?
Yeah.
At the police station.
Can I see him?
No.
We've been talking to your mum. She's worried about you.
Yeah, that's a laugh.
What, you don't think she worries?
She was the one who got me into this in the first place.
No, you did that all by yourself.
That cow put me into the pigs.
Someone from the servo rang us.
No, for the bank job in St David's.
Are you sure it was her?
Oh, who bloody else?
Well, that'd depend on who else you told, I guess.
Mum said she was going to. Chucked her mental when she found out what I'd done.
I'm sure she only had your best interests in mind.
Oh, yeah, right. She gets work release and I get thrown behind bars.
Well, you know how you can avoid that. You give evidence.
I can look after myself.
Oh, that's why you got involved with a character like Toes Latham, is it? Look, your mum is desperate for you to avoid making the same mistake she made. Your stepdad, Zach, paid her a visit earlier today. Seems he wants his share of the money from the robbery.
What share? He had nothing to do with it.
That won't stop him. Won't stop any of them wanting a piece of you. Even if you get the money, staying one step ahead of Latham is going to cost you. What happens when the money runs out?
Look, you don't know anything about it.
Maybe not. But your mum does. Should go and talk to her, Ethan.
Constable, you're needed. Constable, Mr. Corby is representing Mr. Gillespie, and he has some questions about Ethan West.
It's my understanding that Mr. West has been in custody for several hours now. I wish to request that he's either charged and bailed or simply allowed to leave.
Well, we're still making inquiries.
I think you've had ample time to do that.
Yeah, he's my stepson. Just let him out.
You're very warm towards him all of a sudden. You called him a dog bastard only a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, well, you know, I was just shocked to see him, that's all.
But he didn't seem particularly pleased to see you either.
Well, kids, you know what they're like. They just get funny around their parents.
If we could proceed with arrangements, please, Sergeant.
Before we do that, I'd like to speak to Mr. West myself. Just determine whether he'd like to go with you two gentlemen. Take a seat.
Great. What are we waiting for?
You need to think carefully about whether you really want to do this. Zach didn't seem very forgiving to me.
Oh, you just don't know him.
Look, there's no need to be scared about giving evidence against Toes. We can look after you.
And live the rest of my life in witness protection?
Better than living it on the run.
That's your opinion.
You go with Zach, you'll end up dead.
He's my stepfather. What am I going to do?
Listen to your mum.
Except Mum's stuck in jail. Zach's on the other side of the door offering me a ticket out.
You might as well have signed his death warrant.
We had to let him go. It's the law.
Some law. I'm banged up here while my boy's out there free with no one to protect him.
We'll keep an eye on him, but we need to know where he is.
Oh, I don't know.
We're trying to help him.
Well, if you'd let me see him, I could have done that.
Well, that wasn't possible.
Yeah, well, now we're quits, aren't we? Because it's not possible for me to tell you where Ethan is because I don't know.
We're on the same side here.
Me and the cops on the same side. That'll be the day.
You'd do anything to help him, wouldn't you? I mean, isn't that why you dobbed him in?
What?
You're the one who told the police he was the driver in St David's armed rob, right?
He thinks that? No, never.
You're saying it's not true, then?
I might have threatened it. But to dob my own kid in...
Come on, Constable.
You don't want to help him. You don't even want to help me. You just want to use us.
They're crocodile tears, Joe.
The woman is terrified of what could happen to her son.
Then why doesn't she tell us where he is?
Maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe she really doesn't know.
Or maybe she doesn't want us to find him before he gets to the money.
But what's in it for her? He goes on the run, or worse still, gets a bullet in the head from Latham.
People like her lie to coppers all the time.
People like her, give me a break.
You've got to admit she's got a bad attitude.
Well, she's not the only one, actually.
Is this a private argument, or can anyone join in?
No, this is not an argument. I'll get another drink.
How did you get this shopping done?
Yeah, most of it. Actually, I found something that I thought you might be interested in.
A townhouse?
Yeah, it's one of those new ones I've just finished down a commercial road.
Oh, is this a hint, is it?
No, not at all. I just thought, in the circumstances, you might be looking for something.
What circumstances?
It's very handy to work. Just walk around
what
the corner.
Circumstances, Ben?
The circumstances in which you find yourselves.
He told you, did he?
No. Well, not exactly. He mentioned it just slipped out.
And he's getting you to do his dirty work for him.
Don't say anything. He just thought that it would be better coming from me.
Oh, did he?
Don't.
Next time you've got something to say to me, why don't you say it yourself?
Ben spoken to you, has he?
Yeah, Ben's just tried to interest me in some real estate.
Real estate?
I just tried to...
Look, you want me to move out, do you?
I don't want to offend you.
Yeah, Chrissy, can I have my old room back, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, when did you want it for?
Weekend.
Yeah, I could fix that for you.
All right. Happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Joe, where are those photos of Gillespie and West?
They're on your desk.
I can't see them anywhere.
Oh, maybe if you kept your desk a bit tidy, you'd be able to find a few things. Here's another one for your collection.
Errol Toes Latham.
Ethan's partner in the St David's Bank job.
That boy keeps nice company, doesn't he?
Spoke to one of the Ds from the robbers. They picked up Latham an hour or so after the job, but they didn't have enough to hold him.
I thought the kid agreed to give evidence in return for indemnity.
Well, that wasn't until a couple of weeks later. By that time, Latham had been extradited to New South Wales on other matters.
The point of this being...
Maxine was telling us the truth. She didn't dob in her son. Ethan blabbed to some girl he was going out with, and she went straight to the cops.
Well, what does that prove? I mean, she wouldn't cooperate with the coppers if her life depended on it.
It proves she's loyal. Rare commodity these days.
PJ, that was the prison farm. Maxine West has escaped.
She just walked out.
Well, it's a prison farm.
You didn't leave any ID.
Did she have any help?
Well, we don't know yet.
With any money, she and her ex are getting reacquainted as we speak.
Maxine West had a visitor yesterday. Gave his name as Jack Thomas.
Thought so. Zach Gillespie.
Not necessarily.
How long are you going to keep sticking up for her, Joe?
PJ, it's a pretty big call. We don't know what happened.
Yes, we do. She's done a runner with Zach.
She could have escaped to protect her son. Did that ever occur to you?
For about half a second, yeah.
Is this getting us anywhere?
Anyway, this Jack Thomas left an address and telephone number. I'm checking it out now.
Yeah, good idea.
Got a report of a car stolen from the Willow Lane area, probably late yesterday afternoon.
Willow Lane? That's just around the corner from the prison, isn't it?
Could have been used in the escape.
Got a description?
Yes, Silver Magna, late model.
Right, so Zach Gillespie steals the car and helps Maxine escape.
But why would Zach steal a car? He's got his own car.
Because he knows we're looking for it.
Jack Thomas is a false name. None of those details check out.
All right, somebody take a picture of Zach Gillespie out to the prison farm and see if he was Maxine's visitor yesterday.
And see if the security cameras can turn up anything new.
Got it.
Just letting you know I've got a vehicle whereabouts desired out on the Magna.
Right.
There's nothing reported as yet, but I'll keep you informed.
Okay, thanks.
Do you really think this whole escape is just about a treasure hunt?
Well, that's an obvious conclusion.
Yeah, except Maxine wasn't involved in the original robbery. I mean, she doesn't have any special knowledge. Zach doesn't need to share the money with her.
Joe, come on.
Well, you can't explain that away, can you?
Unless Maxine and Zach aren't as ex as they claim to be.
Well, they were arguing at the garden centre.
Yeah, but that could have been for show.
Well, Zach must be really gone on her then. Just doesn't seem like the sharing type to me.
Joe, I need you. A report of a violent altercation in a car off Cobden Street. Victim's been taken to the hospital. G'day. Do we have a name?
It's Maxine West. She's taken a hell of a beating.
Poor woman.
Yeah, that was part of her plan.
No sign of Zach Gillespie or the boy.
No, they both seem to have disappeared.
Well, if they're together.
Well, who else would have assaulted her?
Ethan?
No, it wasn't him.
Yeah, but didn't you say he blames his mum for everything?
Yeah, but Maxine was savagely attacked. I mean, there's nothing in Ethan's background to suggest he's capable of that sort of violence.
No, my money's on Zach.
Well, there's nothing on his sheet like that either.
He sticks guns in people's faces and demands money, Joe.
All right, but he didn't strike me as capable of a brutal assault like this.
I'm sorry about Maxine, I really am, but this assault, it's a falling out amongst theirs.
Zach Gillespie wasn't the one who visited Maxine in prison yesterday.
Do we know who it was?
Got a photo from the security video. It's a bit fuzzy, but...
Doesn't ring any bells with me.
Hang on.
Toes Latham.
Toes Toes Latham was released from Long Bay 2 days ago.
He was supposed to be extradited down here to face trial for the St David's robbery.
But some bright spark thought it was too expensive to send a couple of detectives up to Sydney, so they thought they'd get him when he got home.
Except he comes to Mount Thomas.
Yeah, helps Maxine break out of prison, then seriously assaults her. Great.
Well, Ethan must have got word that Toes was about to be released and thought it was now or never if he wanted to get his hands on the cash.
Car reported stolen from the Cobden Street area, 91 Camry station wagon.
How long's it been missing?
10 minutes.
Well, it's Latham, it's got to be. He dumps Maxine in the first car, then grabs another one.
Hospital's on the phone. Maxine West's awake.
Maxine? Who did this to you, Maxine?
Who do you reckon?
Was it Toes Latham? Did he help you escape?
You got the car.
Why? Why would you get involved with someone like that?
He was gonna kill Ethan. He said he wanted to share the money with him.
But you didn't believe him?
I didn't come down in the last shower. I told him I knew where Ethan was and I'd take him.
But you led him up the garden path. And when he found out he assaulted you?
You've got to stop him.
Maxine, do you know where the money is?
Toes is the only one that does.
Do you know where he is?
We've got to stop him.
We will.
Right, now the St David's robbery took place at 2:30 in the Arvo, right? And Toes was picked up an hour later on the St David's Road right here.
With no money and no weapon.
Exactly, which means it must be somewhere around this area. But unless he was driving a steamroller, it should have only taken him half an hour to get from the site of the robbery to where he was picked up.
Leaving the other half hour to stash the money.
Which means it must be somewhere in this radius. All right, we're split into two teams. Tess and Jonesy work the west side of the highway, and John and I'll do the east.
Right, so what exactly are we looking for?
All the buildings are marked on the maps. Old farm sheds, deserted homesteads, water towers.
Anywhere they can hide a large sum of money.
And just remember, Latham is an extremely dangerous individual. Approach him with extreme caution.
Does this look like the barn to you?
Sure does.
Can't see an old Camry anywhere.
It doesn't mean Latham's not about. Careful, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
On to the next place then, hey?
No. I want to look around first.
We're wasting time. If Latham gets to Ethan first, he'll kill him.
Money from St David's bank shop.
Don't even think about it. Stand up, the both of you. I said stand up or I'll blow your head off. Now you take your gun out slowly, you chuck it on the ground.
You want to think carefully about this?
I am not joking, sweetheart. You do as you're told or I'll splatter your brains over that back wall.
just stay
You
calm.
shut up. Do it now. You kick it over here.
Oh, now you.
It's okay, mate. Not hard, mate.
Oh, yeah?
Nah.
You back off. Go on! Turn around, mate. Stick your arms up.
Just really the smartest thing to do.
Shut your face! Hey, you got a death wish? What you got here, mate? Hey? Oh, boss, you've been telling fibs. Cop without a gun, eh? Can't believe I nearly fell for that one. I should waste you two right here.
Killing 2 cops is a really bad idea.
You take out your handcuffs, cuff yourself to your mate. Come on!
Everything's gonna be all right.
Turn around. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Now, you two play your cards right. You just might get out of here alive. It's the little dog and his master I'm after.
We're too late, I'm afraid. Ethan West is in custody.
Yeah, well, that's crap. He's out there looking for this. He'll be here sooner or later, and I'll be waiting to take care of him. Right, nice and tucked away. Who else knows you're here?
The whole station and D24. Probably wondering where we are by now.
Oh, is that right? Well, you better get on the radio and tell them it's all clear. And do not stuff me around, or she gets it. Right after I've had a little bit of fun. Hey! You just remember, mate. I've been in a few cop cars in my time. I know the lingo. Any tricks?
I get the message.
Good. Get on.
Mount Thomas 509 to Mount Thomas 900.
Mount Thomas 900 receiving. Go ahead, PJ.
Checked out the old barn, no sign of anything. We're going to head up to the intersection. There's a schoolhouse there.
Received that.
Well done, Detective. You get to stay alive for now. Let's move out. Come on.
No, that's very helpful. Thank you. Sharon from the Roadhouse, she's seen Ethan again, this time with an older guy in a ute.
Gillespie?
Yeah, heading for Flat Gully Road.
That's where PJ and Joe were. You better let them know.
Yeah. Mount Thomas 900 to Mount Thomas 509. Are you receiving? Mount Thomas 900 to Mount
Thomas 509. Are you receiving?
They must be still checking out the schoolhouse. Try them again in a few minutes.
So, got me 2 coppers, eh? And one of them is kind of pretty.
You shut your face and leave her alone.
You shut your face or I'll shut it for you,
I think
mate.
make a hell of a lot of noise, draw a lot of attention.
Oh, no, there's no one around for miles. You've been let off, mate. Oh, yeah, looks like the wait's over. One word and you are dead.
Crikey, how much more traipsing around?
I told you. I don't know exactly where he...
Come in, fellas.
Toes.
Yeah, dog number 1 and dog number 2, eh?
G'day, Toes. Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, well, he won't see me for long. Get down on your knees!
For God's sake, Toes, what are you doing?
Hey, just don't do that! Shut
Don't
your
do it.
mouth!
Look, Toes, I was going to dog on you, but not really.
Yeah, well, that's not what they're saying inside, mate.
All right, I was going to. But Zach, you talked me out of it.
That's right, mate. I told him what happens to dogs.
Yeah, what you should have told him earlier.
He's telling the truth. He told me he wasn't going to give evidence against you.
No, he was just trying to rip me off!
No, I just want to share, that's all.
I'm sick and tired of talking.
You're a gutless bastard, Latham!
Stay where you are, all of you.
Come on, give it here, you stupid idiot.
Don't move.
A good lad, and just give us the gun.
I said, don't move.
Come on, mate. Let's get out of there.
That means you too.
What are you doing?
Mount Thomas 900 to Mount Thomas 509.
Mount Thomas 900 to VKC.
Go ahead, 900.
When was the last time you had a report from Mount Thomas 509?
The old barn on Flat Gully Road at 1423.
We spoke to them after that. You want me to head out there and take a look?
Yeah, check out the old schoolhouse at Lyndhurst Junction first. I'll get Gallagher and Jones to look at the barn. Mount Thomas 900 to Mount Thomas 258.
Listen, son, all we've got to do is get the bag, get the hell out of here, OK? We split the dough up later when we get somewhere safe, all right?
It's no such place for you two.
Listen here, Toes. You don't scare me anymore, OK?
Hey!
Don't be stupid, Ethan. Just give yourself a chance, eh?
Oh, I don't reckon this little wimp knows which way's up, do you, Petunia?
I reckon you ought to shoot this bastard.
And have a murder charge hanging over your head? Look, you don't want that, Ethan.
Just shut up, all of you.
No, I don't reckon he's got the guts to shoot anyone. I reckon I could walk over there and take that off you.
There's no sign of the CI car. Must be still at the schoolhouse.
You better check it out anyway. Mount Thomas 258 to VKC.
Just get back.
You're gonna have to make me.
Shoot him, son. Go on.
Ethan, just give us the gun.
You're gonna have to shoot me, mate. It's the only way you're gonna get out of here.
Mount Thomas 258 to VKC. There's been a single shot fired at our last.
Well, what am I going to do now?
We get out of here, that's what we do.
I saw what happened, Ethan. It was self-defence. Now, mate, just give me the gun.
Yeah, Ethan, come on.
This is the police. Drop your weapons and come out one at a time.
Tell him to get his mates to back off.
They're not going to do that.
Well, then they'll have 2 dead cops on their hands, OK?
Oh, Petunia's not gonna kill anyone. Didn't even have the guts to kill me.
Oh, shut up, Toes. I'll do it myself.
Oh, come on, then.
It's not about guts, Ethan. You shot him in self-defence. You're not a murderer.
Mate, we can get out of here, OK? These two are our ticket out.
Look, there are a lot of people who care about you, Ethan.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
Your mum, for one.
She dogged on me.
That's right.
No,
Come on,
no,
son.
she didn't. That's where you're wrong.
Says who, her?
No, says Detective Sergeant Dale from Armed Defenders Squad. Remember him?
Oh, yeah? Well enough not to trust anything he says.
It was your girlfriend who dogged on you, mate.
Cheryl? No.
You walk out of here with me right now and I will prove it to you. She made a statement.
Cheryl?
You told her, didn't you? About the armed rob?
Don't listen to her, mate. She's lying.
So it wasn't Mum?
No. All she's ever tried to do is protect you. Almost lost her life doing it.
Come on, son. She's playing you like a fiddle.
Your mum was trying to lure this bastard away from you, Ethan. And got seriously assaulted in the process.
Yeah, gave up too soon. Must be getting soft, eh?
Is she all right?
She's in hospital. It's pretty bad. I can take you to see her if you want. All you got to do is hand over that gun.
Don't hand it over, Ethan. Ethan, don't give her the gun.
Thank you.
You stupid little bastard.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
They're coming out.
Right, that's it. Out. Out you come now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Down. On your back.
Now it's your turn, Errol.
Cuff him.
You're right.
Yeah, fine. Now.
Ethan. God, you're alive.
Did Toes do this?
Yeah. But you're all right. That's the main thing.
Can't Constable Parrish. I want to give evidence against him. Put that bastard away.
Chrissy, just another round, thanks.
Oh, right. I hear you earned a few stripes today.
Oh, well, we did what we had to.
You don't have to be modest with me, you know.
Okay, we were spectacular then.
Oh, you don't have to go that far either. Hey, listen, I've organised a few things. I've fixed your old room up for you.
Oh, great. So, when can I move back in again?
Well, tonight, if you like.
Great, yeah.
Listen, can you excuse us for a second?
Yeah.
Joking? I've been thinking about a few things.
What things?
Living arrangements, sort of things.
Oh, yeah?
And I would really miss you if you moved out of my place.
Is that right?
I want you to stay.
All right, but there's a condition. It's our place, not your place, okay?
Fine.
Great. Chrissy, sorry, I think I've changed my mind.
What?
About the room, sorry.
Righto, we need some shopping done for home. It's time to pay up.
How much this time, Benny boy?
Well, three-way split. I reckon $50 should cover it.
3 ways.
$50 coming right up.
Joe, no, it's okay. Slow down.
Yeah, of course there is. I'm not a freeloader. Yeah, can I make a request?
Shoot.
Whole meal, not white bread. Yeah, actually, multigrain, low salt, protein enriched if you can get it.
I'll see what they got.
And no fat soy milk.
Well, what do you want that stuff for?
It's healthy.
Oh, it's unnatural.
All right, look, I'll get the soy milk, and while I'm at it, I'll get the body scrub, sorbeline, and facial cleansers too.
So you're going to get all that stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
In which case, it's all right if I just give you 40.
Why is that?
Well, if I'm going to get all that out of my own pocket.
Yeah, but we don't use
Thomas
the body
Police,
scrub
Sergeant
or the
Yoder.
facial cleanser.
I know, that's why I'm getting it.
Well, if you're using it,
Where
why
is
should
this?
we have to pay for it?
Look,
We're going to get
make
this.
it 35, I'll get the shampoo
yep.
and conditioner
We'll
as well.
have someone out there
Mate,
straight
I'll put
away.
the rest of it in your pocket before she thinks of something
We've
else.
got a call out. Someone's nicked a statue from the Green Thumb Garden Centre.
All right, onto it.
I'll handle it, Jones.
I don't think it's a CI matter,
Depends on the
BJ.
statue, doesn't it?
I suppose.
Joss?
Oh, yeah.
You going to stay at my place then?
Why not? Your place is great.
Yeah, sure, but... Well, you know, things are different now and...
What happened, happened, okay? We're both adults, aren't we? I mean, what's the problem?
Oh, no, there's no problem, but... Do you ever feel that you need to...
Look, I'm fine with things just the way they are. Really.
Okay. Good. That's good.
Yeah, but you will let me know if there is a problem, won't
Of course.
you?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
It was the Venus de Milo.
Sorry?
Nude and no arms. You know.
Oh, that Venus de Milo, right. Yeah, and how big was she?
Maxine, was it the 1200 Venus or the 600?
It was the big one, 1200.
Maxine. Maxine West.
Detective Asham? Maxine works here.
I thought you...
I'm on work release from the prison farm.
Been on your best behaviour, have you, Maxie?
Yeah. I've had no problems.
Good to hear.
This statue thing, have you got a picture of it?
Oh, there should be one in the catalogue. Just a minute.
What's the story with her?
She threw away a couple of years ago on a drug trafficking charge. She ended up on a prison farm near Widgery.
Well, looks like she's reformed herself.
There you go.
Oh. $600.
Oh, it's top of the range.
What's it made of?
Concrete.
It'd be pretty strong to lift it.
Oh, it's definitely a man's job.
See any suspicious-looking blokes wandering around this morning?
It's a garden centre. Everybody wanders around, especially the men.
But there was someone in particular.
Stocky bloke, talking to Maxine.
What, did she say who he was?
Well, I didn't want to ask, but it seemed to me she wasn't pleased to see him.
Right, so when did you notice that the statue was missing?
About 11,
And when did Max's friend leave?
right before I noticed the statue was gone. Excuse me.
Have I ever told you about leopards and their spots?
Did you have to drag me in here?
We just need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you're taking me away from my work.
You were talking to a man earlier this morning.
Yeah, I talk to lots of men and women. It goes with the job.
This man was stocky build, late 30s. You appeared to be arguing with him.
He was asking stupid questions.
What about?
Drip irrigation.
So you got angry with him?
Yeah, you know, he was thick, wouldn't listen. Can I go now?
You didn't see him take the statue, did you?
No, I would have said.
Maxie, this is all a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
What?
Well, a known crim like you starts working at the garden centre. Next minute, a $600 statue goes missing.
Well, I didn't take it.
Who was he, Maxie?